Right, I believe that means we are good to go. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's First to 10. We've got Taco versus Ganondeurf, Unbreakable versus what I presume Thunder God, and we will do our little intro thing for YouTube and get straight underway.
What are you talking about? This is our intro. You madman.
Let's start the intro now then.
Wait, it's too late. The guys are going to start. You've ruined everything. Taco versus Ganondeurf. Now, Taco, we've seen this guy a whole bunch in Season 1 and 2 of the Pro League, but it was pretty much all Grandmaster. This guy's been a Sub-Zero specialist since pretty much the beginning of Mortal Kombat competitively. Like, even in Mortal Kombat 9, Taco was using exclusively Sub-Zero. Ganondeurf, we haven't heard much of. However, he has been playing in the Community Cups a lot, and he's a member of Yuzu, which is a French clan. And obviously, he plays with the guys like, RZA, Master, all those kind of guys. So definitely not to be sniffed at. Really strong Thunder God.
Also defeated Madsen in last week's Community Cup, so definitely a good competitor. And we can see Taco here going for Unbreakable Sub-Zero, which he did tell us he was going to be playing today. I think he has been playing a lot of Unbreakable post-patch, so I'm hoping we'll see some cool stuff. Tags and overhead, and this is a very, well, I guess standard round one, this kind of set. Remember, this is first to 10, so we have plenty of games to come, but Taco going to take a nice round one to start things off.
Just going to go AFK real quick, because I didn't want to do it during the match.
Speaking of AFK though, one thing I wanted to point out about Taco is he is a big organizer for the European community. Just recently organized MKXL, a very nice tournament in Europe that happened just recently that Crather managed to win. But again, this guy, he loves the community, he's got a lot of roots tied to it, especially on the European side, and he's a good player to boot.
Now, I think the interesting thing about this matchup, obviously with Thunder God putting Taco in the corner, this is definitely where you're going to want to keep him. And there was an interesting combo right there. I do wonder why he didn't just opt to go for the restand outright. Either way, still keeping him in the corner, but probably not getting as much setup as he would have wanted.
Oh
but,
no,
yeah,
runs straight into an easy jump punch.
That was a Nivek jump punch. We used to call those the NJP's Nivek jump punches. If it's Thunder God Raiden. Oh wow, just pressing a button into tag by the Thunderbolt.
I actually think that was just 2 meterless wake-ups Taco attempted, which was interesting because he did have the bar, so I'm not sure if he was just being a little bit greedy or desperate to get off the ground, but unfortunately he's still back to the corner. Oh! Actually managed to go under the NJP, but still gets tagged. Not a huge amount of damage, but Ganondeurf's going to go for the reset. Unfortunately does miss it.
That was a meter burn parry just to try and catch it. Normally you would sort of counter poke with a clone in that instance if you were Grandmaster, but one of the benefits of Unbreakable, which you haven't really touched on, is that parry. If you are dead set that your opponent is going to press a button, you can go for the parry. It's incredibly fast on startup and does freeze, giving you a full combo on a right read.
Nice use of the plus frames though from Ganondeurf from the double kicks. Oh, there's the Vicinity Blast. We're going to be seeing that a ton the more these games go on for sure. The Vicinity Blast being such a powerful armored attack. Oh, drops the combo, and that's a full wake up from Taco, but no aura, so doesn't get the launcher.
Now, that's another interesting element, actually, about playing Unbreakable Sub-Zero. Not only in that instance is there so much pushback, and miss-guessing how much chip he's going to get, but Ganondeurf not cashing out. He's going to go in for the aura. This is going to prevent chip, and that really nice read on the Ice Ball is going to seal the deal on that first game. Now, there was a lot going on at the end of that first match.
Oh, I almost feel like, Ganondeurf clearly didn't think the damage from the combo he got at the end was going to kill, which is why he went for the, the Thunderball there.
He went for setup rather than...
But he did nothing with it. Do you reckon he was expecting, because Taco had a bar, do you reckon he was expecting a slide?
Perhaps. I mean, most of the time, historically, when someone does sit there and do nothing, it's because you're expecting, chances are the other character has an advancing armored move. So in those kind of clutch situations, you're going to expect an antsy reversal. It didn't come though. Taco playing incredibly patient. One of his, I think, bonuses and his greatest traits as a player, Taco being such an incredibly patient player. Grandmaster fit that to a T, but with Unbreakable, using the aura to negate chip, to make your opponent not be able to just effortlessly chip you out from full screen, it almost further rewards the patient play that we see from Taco.
There's that Thunder God corner carry, or I say the Raiden corner carry. He got tagged mid-screen by just anything, turned into Superman dive, and here we are already. Oh wow, and again gets hit by it on wake-up. Taco going for so many meterless wake-ups, and he is just completely destroyed on life right now. That's the danger.
Oh, jumps into another Thunderball. We're actually not seeing the kind of traditional Thunderball pressure that we normally see. We normally see it
blocked.
Yeah, exactly. We normally see it for plus frames, or we see it ever so slightly in front, but Ganondeurf just keeps catching it just at the right time, and Taco completely jumps into it. No hit confirm into the meter burn shatter, so he's not going to quite get a full combo on that 1-2-3. Counter pokes with the shatter. Another one of the benefits of Sub-Zero and all variations. He's got good frames now. He's got good buttons that complement the shatter extremely nicely up close. Nice tag. He's going to reposition, put him in the corner.
Oh,
that
wow.
clutch jump over from Taco, though. Now, I mean, let's not forget, just because he's not Grandmaster, that doesn't mean Unbreakable doesn't have corner pressure. He's going to go for the aura. If he tags the 1-1-2,
Wow.
the range of the Vicinity Blast. What an answer.
I'm actually stunned that reached him as well. It looked like Taco tried to space it to make that whiff, but was just on the very edge of it, so it still tagged him.
Oh, good read on the meter burn ice,
No, I do
going
like
straight
it.
through, forcing the breaker.
I mean, I have noticed one thing about Taco is when he is in the corner, the last thing he wants to do is block. I think he's going to obviously the wake up jumps, the wake up attacks. Sometimes
The trip guard though, letting the jump in whiff and catching the back one. Good stuff.
I think Taco's just trying to make himself as slippery as possible because obviously that corner pressure from Thunder God, once he's conditioned you and you're forced to take those high damage 50-50s, I think he's just trying to not put himself in a situation. But this time he goes for the block, but only gets hit by mid, so nothing too much to worry about here.
Oh, trying to keep the overhead safe, going in for the shocker, but unfortunately the back two did connect in its entirety. If only Ganondeurf had committed, he'd have got really chunky damage. But speaking of chunky damage, dropped my Taco, getting 34%. And, well, tagged by the Vicinity Blast again, but he did get the aura up, so getting in isn't going to be as much of a pain. But really nice catch, and an even better catch using the meter burn ice.
That trade was insane for
Yeah,
Taco.
fantastic trade.
One really powerful thing that Unbreakable
Another
has
full
right
combo
now.
incoming.
I mean, this is a patch of the game.
He's
where-
dead, actually. That's dead.
Is he?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
dead.
quite?
That's dead.
No,
he
the
drops
end.
it!
Oh, but no wake up attack. Absolutely have no idea why Ganondeurf didn't opt to wake up there. It means Superman would have been punishable, but Vicinity Blast would have kept him safe. I have absolutely no idea why Ganondeurf didn't wake up.
Now, I feel like what we haven't done much of, because it's been so quick, is actually talk about the matchup in general and Unbreakable sub. There are a lot of people out there that they've heard that Unbreakable is a lot better, but a lot of people don't know why is that. Now, why is Unbreakable so meta nowadays?
Well, he's really been accompanied by the latest mechanical changes quite well. One big major thing, as I'm sure you guys are all aware, armored launchers are now, for the most part, a thing of the past. Anything that previously cost 1 bar to launch and was armored is now gone, or requires 2 bars to launch and get the armor. Now, Unbreakable with the aura on will launch you and freeze you midair for the meter burn slide. So the slide now becomes a low-hitting, low profiling 1 bar armored wake up, armored reversal, whatever, if you have the aura activated.
And then there is another element to Unbreakable, which is the shatter. The shatter is -5 on block by itself, so it is completely safe for no bar. However, if the aura is activated in Unbreakable, it becomes 0 on block with loads of pushback, which means that the old school mix-up of having aura in the corner and doing 1-2 shatter does massive damage and is completely safe on block, giving him a dangerous corner game. But Ganondeurf, speaking of corner game, trying to cash out and get extra damage on the Thunderbolt, but
Let's
not
not
going to get
forget,
it.
right? This is being 0 on block with Sub-Zero's godlike down 4.
And
his
the parry.
newly buffed forward 1, down 1, parry, like... In general, Unbreakable just got nothing but love in this patch, and Taco's doing a good job of showing off exactly how.
And we saw just that. Oh no, going for the regular shatter, predicting Ganondeurf was going to press a button, acknowledging that there wasn't as much pushback, but he's not going to bite, and he has him in the corner. And again, consistently, I think Ganondeurf using the meter burn Thunderbolt to just get those plus frames on wake up.
Oh, that
no,
was a sucky
terrible
trade for
trade.
Ganondeurf. One more knockdown. I mean, this is like 1 reset kill. So if he goes to 50-50 here, he's going to be okay.
And there we go!
50-50, but isn't in... Oh, wow. Isn't
Also
it
correcting Shocker's going to do it, and that's going to be the first round for Ganondeurf. Now, we just talked about the 1-2 shatter being a really high damaging combo. Taco, although that was safe on block, even if he got blocked, he didn't have the bar to go for the meter burn shatter. That would have been a full combo, and that definitely would have been the first round. And again, it's something that only Unbreakable can really maximize to its fullest by itself without clone.
Oh, wow. Just runs straight into the forward 1. Ganondeurf with no respect. That's going to be a Superman dive into corner pressure again. Oh, wow. Does a little bit too early. And there we go. Confirms into the 1 bar slide to get the launcher. Hard knockdown. Gets the aura back on again. Going to enforce this again. There we go. Another 50-50. But Vicinity Blast, we do need to see Ganondeurf rinse that as much as he possibly can.
It's going to be a matchup changer. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we've said this over and over in community cups, but that right there, I mean, on whiff, it's almost completely
It's
unwhip
so hard to
punishable.
punish. I mean, even if you go for the slide and you're late, you end up getting full combo by him anyway. So, like, you have to be so careful when you actually go to punish it.
That was a really crucial tag from Ganondeurf. But again, there's just the meter burn slide enforces and demands so much respect, and Taco getting a full combo once again off that meter burn slide. He's looking to try and make this 3-0 right now.
Well, the thing is, right, you can use that meter burn slide for almost anything now. You can whiff punish with it to launch, you can reversal, you can wake up, you can anti-air trip guard. Like, it is such a bloated attack now.
Also, 2 hits of armor.
Oh, I forgot it even had 2 hits of armor as well. That's incredible.
Now that's one thing definitely that Taco's consistently doing is when he goes for the meter burn shatter, he's consistently backdashing because he's expecting Ganondeurf to try and whiff punish or almost tricking him into thinking that it's his turn to press a button, and undoubtedly we would probably see some kind of counterpoke there or whiff punish. As I say this, I mean, a really nice block on the slide. I think Ganondeurf not letting him get away with too much. Oh, again, getting tagged.
I mean, obviously, like, we saw the EX.
Oh, no.
We saw the EX Thunderbolt hit, which is really bad for Taco, but I'm not sure if I like that conversion that Ganondeurf's going for, because it does so little damage. It's almost hard to respect completely.
But it's... Oh, no! This actually could be game!
That's game. That's game. It doesn't drop. No, it should be. Close enough. No, it scales too high.
Guaranteed chip!
But no, another non-wake up from Ganondeurf. That's 2 games in a row. A wake up would have saved him, and he just opted not to do it.
Now, there's the main thing that's going on here. First of all, that was Ganondeurf's game. There was no way he should have lost that.
Their wake up games are the polar opposite. Ganondeurf is not waking up enough and showing too much respect, and Taco is waking up too often and not showing anywhere near enough respect.
Now, I think also you mentioned it yourself. I do think you've hit the nail on the head. Is that Ganondeurf just he's not doing any damage. He's got this really interesting setup where clearly he's doing the forward 1-2 string, which does grant a hard knockdown in Thunder God. It is a hard knockdown string. So what he's doing is he's doing the forward 1-2 string as Thunder God to get the hard knockdown, which goes into the meter burn Thunderball, which is extremely meaty on the opponent's wake up, giving him pressure. However, in all of these instances, he could just go for the back 1-4 into Thunderball, get the restand. The lightning ball is going to connect anyway, and give him a guaranteed restand and pressure without having to spend a bar to do it. But he's just not going for it for some reason.
But unfortunate drop for Taco, but still has a corner pressure.
And you can see just how safe that was a 40% combo if that connected. Well, it was so safe.
This is something that we've been saying since Season 1, right? We saw Sub-Zero versus Raiden a lot early on in MKX's life, especially in Europe. And the corner carry on both of them.
Just look at that pushback. So good.
I mean, look at this. Like, it doesn't matter. Most of these games are being played in the corner, because that's exactly where these characters will get you. But there's nothing they can do to avoid it. They just kind of have to embrace it and try to survive. Oh wow, I'm not quite sure what that vicinity blast was for. Ganondeurf being a little bit too predictable now, and Taco's going to make him pay for it.
That definitely seems a little bit panicky to me. Unfortunately, you just can't afford to use it from that far away when Taco's... He's not afraid to let those ice balls rip. Trying to whip punish with the forward 4, doesn't get it. And that's, again, another thing Sub-Zero that's really decent at doing now, where if he sees anything get blocked, he no longer has to understand or accept that he's at the mercy of bad frames. He can cancel anything on block into that shatter and be -5, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. That's a fantastic
nice
situation to be in.
That was an anti-neutral jump as well from Ganondeurf. Nice. I actually completely forgot that Raiden even had that.
Oh no, whiff punish on the parry. That is crucial that you're whiff punishing that. Interesting jump. I mean, he tags him anyway, so I don't think he's going to worry too much. Doesn't go in for the Superman. We're seeing a lot of hits connect that Ganondeurf is either not ready for, or he's dropping his hit confirm into corner carry.
Well, the problem is he's dropping them like when no damage at all is dealt. And there's a block on the overhead. Nice stagger into throw. Going to try and force him to block. Finally, he's got Taco blocking. And again, from corner to corner, from right to left, here we are again. I mean, that's a lot of bar from Ganondeurf. I mean, if I were Taco, I wouldn't be worrying about, you know, Thunderballs or anything. At this point, it would be, that's a lot of vicinity blast. Like, that's a lot of reversals. There's a parry. Is he going to break? Hasn't got the stamina to, but he's not even trying to yet. Yeah, he's just going to take that damage. Only 23%. Nothing too much to worry about. And there's the meter burn slide to extend his damage. Builds a little bit of power with the slide as well. Again, corner to corner. I'm going to be tired of
And there we go. There's the 1-2. Has to break that. Ganondeurf would have taken a ton of damage. But going in, acknowledging that he's blocking the ice balls, so he's going to get that safe pop on the armor. Oh, going straight through. Nice read.
You spent about nowhere near a breaker. This is probably going to be game, or at least a really, really good situation for Taco. Goes for the shatter.
Yeah, nice amount of pushback. Decent chip. He's got, I mean, just one more hit's going to do it. A couple more pokes. Ganondeurf, if he's going to make the comeback, it's got to be right now, but he's got to watch out for that bar. Got to be so careful. Getting the free environment interaction and the whiff punish on slide. Taco takes the 4th game. Now, again, if you guys are familiar watching Thunder God Raiden in action, I mean, obviously, some of you maybe perhaps watching K-Top, he's been playing a lot of Raiden in the Community Cups. He really rinses the corner restand, which I do believe the string off the top of my head is back 1-4, which is the sort of elbow, which the gut kick that leaves the restand situation. You special cancel it into Thunderball or Lightning Ball, whatever the official term for that name is, the projectile. It's plus on hit. So what that means is you get the restand in the corner, you get the projectile plus frames, and that's it. You can then enforce whatever you want to go for. Now Ganondeurf, for whatever reason, he's not going for that, and I really feel like he could turn everything into that and get more damage than he's currently getting.
It depends whether you want to take the 50-50 or you want them to break the wake up, because what I would think in this situation is Taco is doing a lot of meatless wake-ups. He's eating a lot of just, you know, meaty pressure on his wake-up anyway. So let him hang himself. However, that is obviously
and there's
adding
another meter burn counter poke right there. The meter burn parry, I mean, it is one of the fastest moves in the entire game without a shadow of a doubt. And if you're going to try and counter poke, or again, what Taco's doing is he's just tricking Ganondeurf into believing it is his turn to press a button, and that's it. He's getting comboed every time.
That's actually something that I wanted to point out at the end of the last game, and that was a nice whip punish there. But Taco is doing a really good job of like making it look like it's Ganondeurf's turn to do something, and like Taco is just baiting him into pressing a button, into going for an anti-air, into whipping something, and then Taco is always ready to punish him for it. Like Taco is just one step ahead most at the time.
And I've got to say, the first time he went for the restand right there, and look, he goes for the restand 2 times in a row, and he's going to take the round on it. The first time he tried to go, I mean, actually, he almost dropped it completely, but he did keep it together. He did take that round. And he just he utilized the restand. I mean, it's such a crucial tool, but I don't know why it's taken 5 games for Ganondeurf to start doing it. Oh, wow, staggering the 1. I don't know whether that was an execution error. It's very rare you would see a Thunder God Raiden not go for forward 1.
There we go. Just like I was saying before, of Taco doing a good job baiting Ganondeurf. Ganondeurf is now starting to return the favor and put Taco in these situations. Gets the aura up. I mean, the meatless aura, really, you're not doing it for the damage reduction, you're doing it, oh, that's a really unfortunate whiff. You're doing it for, like, the shatter, right? You're doing it for the slide with punish, you're doing it for the shatter, but again, corner to corner once again.
He's going to block it anyway, but I mean, that would have really sucked if he got that on hit, because the aura disappeared right as the 2 came out, and he would have missed it anyway. Ganondeurf, just a really nice read on anticipating he's going to get the tag on the low, and we could actually see the game. That's going to be guaranteed, and he's going to get a game on the board for himself, and I'm going to say it, the second he started going for the back 1-4 restand, which is what the traditional Thunder God setup is, he took 2 rounds on that.
But it really depends on what kind of mix-up you want to enforce, because the 2 options you've got really here are what Ganondeurf was doing previously, which was knocking him down and then putting a meter burn lightning ball on him, was if he wakes up and blocks the lightning ball, I get a free 50-50, or if he wakes up, I can block it, and then obviously get a full combo punish that way. The alternative is go for the restand and force the 50-50. So take wake-ups out of the equation. Make it a straight-up coin flip of 50-50.
But I feel
do you want to bait them? Do you want to play more on punishing a wake-up? Or do you just want to take the coin flip?
But I feel like if you're going to play against, especially Unbreakable sub, whereas if he's got the aura, the wake-up attack is going to actually full combo you. Why even give him the option to wake up? Just eliminate that option.
I mean, that's what he went for this time, and he took his first game, so maybe that is the answer for Ganondeurf here.
Now, there's also one thing that Unbreakable players, some do and some don't. Some Unbreakable players, when they land a parry or a freeze, they'll actually combo into the aura to get increased combo damage. But they have the aura at the end of the combo, right? Whereas one thing that Taco seems to do a lot more of is he actually doesn't, he goes for a traditional combo and then goes for the aura on the guaranteed knockdown frames of either slide or forward 1-2, because it allows that he's going to have aura for as long as physically possible, so the threat of his pokes and buttons are always going to be there.
This is just a really, really tidy set though from Taco. He's playing really smart. And I also need to try and find a way of saying corner to corner without saying corner to corner. Because it keeps happening and there is no avoiding it. Well, it's so important, it never stops being a big factor.
Well, it's Sub-Zero versus Raiden, right? Like, it's almost...
Factory.
These are 2 characters with some of the best corner carry. A fantastic whiff punish on the forward 4-2, meter burn freeze, having to get the breaker out of Ganondeurf right there.
Oh, doesn't go for the trip guard, makes him think he's going to go for the low and goes for an overhead on landing. Taco's starting to really open up his options, and another whip punish. Taco's reactions to it are really good.
Mwah! Amazing whip punish there from Taco, making things look so easy. And he's going to take his 5th game just like that.
I think Taco's pissed. I think he's pissed that he dropped the game now. I mean, Ganondeurf was looking really good there, you know. He was looking powerful. He was like, okay, right, he's made the adjustment, and Taco's retaliation was, right, no, I'm just going to go in, you know. You're blocking, I'm going to throw you. You think I'm going to throw you, I'm going to 50-50 you. Like, he really is doing a good job of just enforcing that universal pressure game that Sub-Zero can do so well, especially in Unbreakable, where you now have the shatter possibilities as well.
But this was the problem that Unbreakable had before the patch. The patch was that if anything was blocked, it came down to frames. Like, your frames were just...
not to be respected.
They were so negative. If you blocked anything from Unbreakable, you just didn't have to worry. But it's now that he's got the -5 shatter.
But no.
And he's got the 0 shatter with aura. He gets the amount of pushback, a good situation in general, like, when these moves are blocked, especially when the aura is active, like... the fact that he's just got this extra element of safety to all of his buttons, but it's just so important.
It does all come down to the buffs though, because before, like, he was negative on most stuff, and obviously that was supposedly supposed to be made up for by the fact that he had the parry to chuck out as a counter poke, but the parry had some awful recovery to it, so it was easy to bait out. The reward was a full combo, which is great, but again, it was always dangerous. And now he still has the parry, but the parry lost some recovery. He's now just generally better on block. Another good bit with the Vicinity Blast, not even trying to punish it anymore, just trying to get a 50-50 off it.
Really nice situation. I want to bring attention to the fact that when he actually blocks the aura, no matter what the string seems to be, he's even out of a safe range to make the neutral jump punch from Raiden whiff. And that is a long poke, and it just seems to be whenever the aura's out there and something is blocked, Taco is just, he's not in harm's way. He doesn't really have to worry too much.
He's just spacing himself really well so far. And Ganondeurf really needs to do something about it. Because it seems like all the time Taco is just completely controlling the pace. And Ganondeurf can't stop him.
This is the first time we've seen Taco use another element of the character, which is cancelling your meter burn aura off strings to not necessarily be plus, but to just cause your opponent to flinch. You know, a lot of people forget that cancelling... Oh, wow, no, the bar! I was going to say, sorry, cancelling into meter burn aura is definitely something that people aren't used to dealing with. Because it's not a common thing, right? So when you finally go for it, that's a surprise grab, that's a surprise 50-50. I mean, you saw it right there, it worked wonders for Taco. And again, risky stuff trying to anti-air that neutral jump punch, but the trade's going to be good enough.
Oh, he got back two! Oh my word, what is this?
That was a...
Oh, and another one. Ganondeurf just isn't scouting out these back twos at all, but to be honest, he's getting hit by back twos at ranges where no other normals are going to connect. Like, at that range, he only has to worry about the back two. I think Ganondeurf is just completely flustered.
It's definitely coming down to bad decision making. I think it is one of the main elements here. There are so many situations where Ganondeurf he could really make something work out. He could make it almost like these wayward hits that would lead into a restand, into Superman, into corner, into pressure, into 50-50s, into whatever you want to go for, but he's just not seizing as much opportunities as he should.
I actually want to quickly point out the speed of the adaptation from Taco there, though, because he did not play like that in any other games. As soon as he realized, hang on, Ganondeurf isn't blocking these back twos. It was just wake up back two, half screen back two. He just immediately just switched on and was like, right, this normal's working. You need to block this. And that was it.
Oh, wait!
What? Wait! Taco,
I'm just going to uninstall this game, to be honest. I mean, I've never... How did that happen? The neutral jump punches collide, but Raiden loses in the air to an inferior neutral jump punch. Taco having Ganondeurf in the corner. I mean, how do you recover from something like that?
That's because Taco did his late, you know, it's not going to hit him normally. The only way Sub-Zero's NJP would have connected is if Raiden stuck his out, and then obviously extended his hurt box, and Taco's ready. And again, takes a move that he's not going to punish, he's just going to know that Ganondeurf is blocking and go for the throw. Not only a throw, but a corner reversing throw as well.
Looking really good for Taco at the moment, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Ganondeurf, he's on the back foot, absolutely. And Taco's going to get a really nice, respectful damage, but I do think that if Ganondeurf just... I guess capitalizes on more hits, like right here. Unfortunately, Taco did have a breaker right there, but these single hits that result in corner carry, this is where Ganondeurf is going to do it. And I've seen this guy play. I know this guy is really solid. They're going for it.
Punish on the back two. That is something you cannot let happen. Ganondeurf gets away with murder, but drops his combo into a jump over Ganondeurf, forced to break.
It's because I think he tried to cash out for more damage instead of going for the restand again. It's almost like he saw Taco with no bar and tried to go for the hard knockdown of forward 1-2 again or something like that, but I really think he should have just gone for the restand because he's given Taco a lifeline he maybe shouldn't have given him.
Doing a 50-50, no he's not. Meter burn slide, didn't have the aura, it doesn't kill. Oh, he goes to back two. Ganondeurf stops him this time. That's what Ganondeurf needs to do. He needs to establish it, enforce it, playing so timid. He's being really timid on Taco's wake up, even though he hasn't got bar.
I think it's because of like like a 6 or 7 frame meterless slide as a wake-up attack?
It's a little bit, it's about 8. It's close to 8 frames. But still, like you're Raiden, you have these meaty options. You just need to time it. Especially in these extended sets, now Taco finds himself 7-1 up. He's not feeling any pressure at this point. Right now, Ganondeurf knows he has a bit of a mountain to climb to even this set out so far.
Well, I feel like it's interesting you mentioned dealing with pressure because... Ganondeurf, although he does compete in offline tournaments, he's not been on what you could call like a major world stage, a setting of which the ultimate pressure will affect you. Taco's been on that stage twice. He was at the Season 1 finals and the Season 2 finals for the ESL Pro League. I mean, a first to 10, a simple first to 10 is not going to affect him too much. But do we feel like Ganondeurf, clearly ever since the set has begun, there are actually elements of nerves here. Execution errors that I know he just doesn't normally make. There's some basic B&Bs that unfortunately he's dropping a little bit, that if these were not really serious games, I think he'd be okay.
But that's what's confusing me, because I've seen Ganondeurf play a bunch, and he doesn't normally make this amount of executional errors, so it is a little bit puzzling.
He's going to get the raw back too. This is where Thunder God's going to get the damage, just like that. And he's going to go in, run cancel, 47%. I mean, this character still hits like a truck if you tag one solid hit in the corner.
It's just that overhead, man. That's why people like stand blocking against Thunder God so much. It's just that you don't want to take that damage. That's post-pack as well. Remember, he needs to do more than that.
Ganondeurf had the round in the palm of his hand, but he's going to try and go for the conversion. Goes for the vicinity blast, doesn't get it. That was definitely a meter burn attempt that didn't work out. Hard knockdown from Taco. If he blocks correctly, Ganondeurf with the grab. Risky stuff, but I respect that wholeheartedly.
No, wake-up grab for sure. I mean, Ganondeurf had the bar. If he did get tagged by something, he could have instantly broke, unless Taco was just Neo and was 100% ready for it. Or drops it, unfortunately, but builds a ton of bar. Finds himself at 2.5 already. Taco completely starved for meter. Blocks the overhead. And again misses the punish. That is unfortunate.
I am almost positive. Oh, when he goes for the reset. Catches the low Ganondeurf. Here he comes. And the second he's nailing this corner game, this is when he starts to really explode. You can see what he's trying to do. Doesn't quite get the neutral jump punch. Whip punish. Taco getting the crucial grab. Ganondeurf sitting on 3 bars. Going for the wake up. It's going to whiff majorly in Taco.
Whoa. That was an expensive DP attempt, though.
Definitely not what he was expecting, I don't think.
Problem is, he is against Sub-Zero. If he gets tagged by one thing into Ice Ball, this could be curtains. Blocks the back 2, and finally we see a punish, but Taco ready with a breaker. Has one more chance to stay in this match. Goes for the aura as well. Wants to keep himself as utilized as possible.
Nice whiff punish there. Catch the reactions on the meter burn Superman. Oh, and the big whiff doesn't quite get it. That's good. Actually, Taco definitely not sure it was going to connect on blocks, so he was ready to go for the shatter in case it got blocked. Now, let's not forget, regular aura will only deny chip damage.
No punish on the slide. That could be really unfortunate. Is this guaranteed chip? He delays it. And
no.
Did only just built the bar to wake up that time. I mean, that one just slipped through Ganondeurf's fingertips wholeheartedly.
But unfortunately, this is not the first time Ganondeurf has just basically dropped a free win. This is the issue. He's getting the hits, but I just feel like it's its ability to clutch out around and take it because it is his. He is having so much issue doing that right now. He's going to get corner carry. Wait a minute. He opts to go for the repositioning instead. Did he feel like he was closer to that corner instead? Taco jumps into it again. Ganondeurf getting a lot of good mileage out of this. Goes for the knockdown. Opts not to restand. Again, trying to go for almost like a hard knockdown instead.
Oh, wow. Manages to big leg straight over the down 4. That's me.
No, this was another game that was his for the taking. I think he's going to get it anyway, though. Even though this scale was majorly, that is going to be good. And Ganondeurf is going to finally get a second game on the board here.
Well, I feel like that's a good one for Ganon to get, though. Because if he were to lose that and go 8-1 down, I believe the score
it would have been 8-1, yes.
I mean, to drop a game like that, where there were 2 rounds that were guaranteed his, and both of them he almost lost. Well, one of them he did lose down to his own mistakes, and the other one could have gone the same way. I feel like the set would have been over at that point had he dropped that game. But it's good that he managed to keep himself as together as he could. So he manages to bring one more on the board. So 7-2. I mean, not going to lie, there is still a big gap in games right now. Still has his work cut out for him. But after a game like that, it was... I can imagine he's feeling a lot better about himself at the moment.
Yeah, I think if you're going to start a comeback in a set, it's going to be off a situation like this where you finally wake up almost. These corner sequences, they were tried and true Thunder God sequences, you know, where it's massive damage every time, insane pressure, nice meter build.
I don't really think Raiden could have punished that back 2 from that range, to be fair. It looked like that hit as far away as physically possible.
Now, normally that actually would have been quite a bad break. However, because it's Raiden, Taco definitely was breaking that to avoid setup rather than damage.
Stands up straight into the ice ball, and that just gives him a full 20%. And again, not ridiculous damage, but again, it's the corner carry. It's the fact that we are already in the other corner. Spends his only bar, but trades it for 2 from Ganondeurf. Still has a chunky life lead. Does he go for the teleport? Ooh! Yes! Taco tries to interrupt, but doesn't quite get it.
That was definitely...
Another just not blocking on wake up. Taco is not respecting anything.
He's going to get the restand. One more mix could do it. What is it going to be? He catches a raw one again, Taco. I think he's just convinced that Ganondeurf is expecting a wake-up slide, and therefore he's going to sit there and not do anything. And Taco's probably trying to use it as a means to get out of the corner. As I say that, tries to run under, isn't quite high enough, so he's going to have to understand that it's mid-screen or bust, but the damage is going to do right here.
But I feel like this is a scenario that we actually do find ourselves in quite often in competitive play.
And there we go once again.
Where
using the cancelling very sparingly.
like, let's be real, right? We're all human, right? Execution errors are a thing. In some situations where you're guaranteed to hold something, it is possible your opponent can mess it up and you might be able to get out in ways that are usually unorthodox and won't usually work. However, it is a bit naive to this late in a set still try and get out that way. You know, when you have to hold those buttons on wake up and you're still not holding them this many games in, you're just losing yourself games completely unnecessarily.
I think Ganondeurf, he's really trying to fish for that neutral jump punch. I was going to say I'd suggest trying to do something else because it wasn't working, but right as I say that, he does actually tag it. Catches the restand. Taco sitting there waiting for a mix-up, so a really good call on the grab there from Ganondeurf, but he gets tagged by the back two. He's still alive though. It's going to take one more hit. He's going to catch the back two in the air. Oh no, the slide's going to do trades! And there we go. Ganondeurf taking his third game in. Somewhat of a scramble, not a complete scramble. You can understand why they went for their options.
That was clutch at the end, though. I mean, especially the down one trading into, okay, what's coming next? Ganondeurf called the bluff, went for a double down one, knowing that Taco was going to do something else, and managed to take the couple of percent needed at the end to just clutch that win out.
Now, I think that airborne Superman versus the back two, that was one of the most...
That was make or break.
Yeah, for sure. That was either going to win him the round because it connected. He didn't have the health. If he traded, that was game over. So Ganondeurf is still alive, looking really good.
So that brings it, what, to 7-3 right now? Not looking too bad. I mean, yeah, again, still a big gap for Ganondeurf, but one at a time, he's managing to close it up a little bit.
I feel like in this situation, Ganondeurf just needs to take it one game at a time. That's almost a good trade for Taco, I think, getting that bar out. Unbreakable, although he does use the bar quite a lot, Thunder God, understandably, will need it more for vicinity blasts, for the meter burn, ice ball to get more damage. It's just, he might be a little bit more reliant on that than what Taco is, especially in the matchup. Like what the tools the guys are using, Taco doesn't seem as reliant on meter. And that's a really strong round from Ganondeurf. Actually looking to pull this one back.
I mean, he's just managed to... A big thing is just tidying it up, right? Like, he gets the momentum, he knows how to keep hold of it. I mean, another back two, but again, damage isn't too much of a problem. It's mainly the fact that he finds himself back to the wall, but he's got that jump in Superman to try and get out if Taco doesn't scout it out. So he's got his options there. Already sitting, like, really, really pretty at 2 bars.
Ganondeurf just running face first into an ice ball, getting frozen for it. Hard knockdown for Taco. What's the mix-up? Good read on the vicinity blast. Gets tagged by the low. That's not going to get a full combo unless you hit confirm into meter burn ice. So, I mean, he'll take it as it comes, I think. Going straight in. Going to get respectable damage. Taco, in the past few games, he's rarely got a full combo. You know, it's been little hits here and there, and it's been enough to add up. But Ganondeurf is doing a good job of when he finally is getting that hit, he is consistently getting the sequence. And as I say it, Taco, he might not actually build a bar by the rest of it. Goes for the knockdown. Good neutral jump, making it whiff. But if he's going to go for the slide, he probably should have just blocked instead. And this would have been a 4th game for him.
No, definitely me. One thing is Ganondeurf is just... I know he builds meter a lot better, because obviously Thunder God is a lot better at building bar than Unbreakable is, but Taco is being very free with his bar. Like, he's not holding on to it at all. He consistently finds himself running out. And Ganondeurf is the exact opposite. He's always got breakers available. Another wake up parry. Taco, nice read there.
The second Ganondeurf goes, you know what? I'm going to press you because I think you're going to wake up. That is when Taco goes for the parry. His reads on when to wake up have been on point just so consistently. And I like that adaptation from Ganondeurf. He's actually not trying to press a button after he shatters with aura anymore. He understands that all Taco's doing is he's trying to bait him into a false sense of security. Taco having to use his 2 bars. Ganondeurf, he's going to go for pressure. Grandmaster Raiden. Here you go.
No stamina for him though. Oh wow, manages to get a wayward hit into a grab. Again, we see Ganondeurf favor that throw so many times. The lower health Taco finds himself on. Now, Ganondeurf takes 4th game.
Wait a minute. This guy is pulling it back. He's looking incredibly strong at this moment. I feel like Taco is actually... The thing is, it was momentum, right? We say this a lot because this is such a momentum-based game, but these games looked completely dominated and controlled by Taco, especially the first few. But in these past few games, Ganondeurf has been getting a lot of good reads in the neutral over what Taco is going to try to do. He's caught a lot of those neutral jump punches, he's tagged them, he's capitalized on them. Every single touch has led into that all-important corner carry, and just like that, I mean... He's looking really strong. 4 games to 7. This guy's almost tied it up.
This could be... If Ganondeurf can tie things up and go on to win the set, I think this might be the strongest comeback we've seen in the set series so far.
Oh, the counterpoke from Taco. There we go.
I really respect how Taco's not letting these... I think it's like 3 games in a row now Ganondeurf's managed to get. He's not letting it phase him. He's still going to, sticking to his guns.
Oh no.
Has spent a lot of bar, but oh wow, there's Wake Up Facility Blast. Trades a little bit of a bar out of Ganondeurf. Nice throw tech. Saves himself. Oh wow, and beats the NJP. I don't think Taco was quite expecting to actually beat that there, as he wasn't ready to confirm.
No hit confirm into the Superman though. Ganondeurf's just going to let it rock. Taco tries to go for the Anya. A lovely jump kick confirmed from Ganondeurf. And here we go. He may just need one more hit. What's it going to be? Catches it. Doesn't get the neutral punch. But here we go. Ganondeurf with the pressure. Run in grab. One more hit could do it. And he's going to get the read on the slide. And Ganondeurf is looking incredibly strong right now. He has taken another round, Mustard.
Well, I almost want to say it's Taco's wake-up game being very dangerous. But at the end of the day, he's against Thunder God. Ganondeurf is starting to really enforce that pressure. And like you said, keep that momentum going. That he really is making Taco sweat on knockdown. And that's a big thing in the matchup you need to enforce. Thunder God has options. And there's a nice reaction. Superman dive. Has the corner pressure again. Restand. No bar available for Taco.
Oh no!
Blocks the first hit, but gets hit by the second.
He got
do
hit
not want that to
by the
happen.
day one special. Ganondeurf again. What is going on? 5 games to 7. He's pulling it back just like that. It's like he's just woken up. He's just gone, you know what? I am playing really bad. Maybe I should do something about that. And just like that, it's like he's flipped a switch. The Ganondeurf we're seeing right now is no way near, in any shape or form, the Ganondeurf that we saw at the start of this set. He is not dropping as much. He's going for a lot more traditional setup, and he's looking incredibly strong. Now, if you're Taco, the question is, what do you do in this situation? Do you slow down a little bit? Do you try and play more? I mean, the question is, he's landing a couple of parries, but he's landing a couple of they're whiffing as well. It's really hard to say because it feels like Taco is still playing strong. It's that Ganondeurf is now doing a lot more with his pressure. So it's hard to say what we think Taco should do now.
I mean, like you said, it is hard because it's a tricky matchup. It's so I was gonna say corner based, and he got him in the corner already because it really boils down to this. But Ganondeurf is he's not letting him out. He's just pinning him against the wall, and he's not going anywhere.
He's getting a lot of good reads on that neutral jump punch as well. Oh, and he tags him. Going for a couple more pokes. Not letting Taco get so much of the neutral. Catching the jump in, but he's not going to get the full combo. That's very unfortunate because it would have forced the all-important break. Ganondeurf puts him in the corner. No anti-air. Tries to go for it a little bit late, but it's going to whiff. He'll definitely take that. And that's going to force a breaker. Oh, he's saving the bar. He's going to try and spend it on the comeback.
He could do. Blocks the 50-50, but Taco spends another bar on the meter band shatter. Leaves himself breakerless against Thunder God Raiden. That could be dangerous, but manages to sneak away from getting opened up that time.
Ganondeurf being risky, and you can see Taco's, he's consistently trying to jump out of that string because he's trying to whiff punish it with a jump in. He's just not quite getting it. Ganondeurf not committing to the full. He wants to keep his bar. That was such a good trade. He's going to get the combo anyway. Ganondeurf, that is the first time we've seen him get that.
Oh no, that down one anti-air got completely stuffed. He's going to build the stamina. Is he going to break? Yes, he is. Wants to take this first round. Question is he going to regret that or not? If he loses this round, that was a complete waste of bar. But if he manages to bring it back,
if he manages to win, then it would have been oh so worth it. The question is, can he win the round anyway? That's the question. 7 seconds on the clock. The timeout's not going to matter because Taco's going to get that trip guard. He's going to get the slide, and he's going to take that next round.
Again, I don't quite think that was a trip guard. I think he just knew he was going to be blocking on landing and then forced the 50-50.
It looked like a trip guard to me, unless, as you said, he might have just been blocking low. He could have been blocking low.
Maybe, but again, this is going to end in the corner or close enough to it. As the pot isn't going to use it. Taco. Oh, there's the low. We can see Taco has been favouring the stand block often. But gets opened up this time. There's a back two again. Opts to throw him into the corner as well. Is he going to throw the pot? No, he's not. He's just standing by it. Oh, wow. Nice ice ball. Unfortunate timed NJP from Ganondeurf costs him 2 bars just to not get opened up fully. Oh, wow. There's down 3.
I wonder if that down 3 was because he got the jump in so high, he was expecting Ganondeurf to press a button. Catches him in the corner. Taco sitting on 2 bars of meter, so I think the reversal definitely possible if he gets a good prediction. But as I say that, Ganondeurf gets a neutral jump punch, eating up that parry. And here we go, Thunder God Raiden strikes again! He's going to get frozen! And I love the timing there from Taco, just waiting. And he changes the combo as well, knowing that Raiden's going to be airborne. He's not going to get a grounded hit. But unfortunately, even though he's getting all of these hits, he has not done substantial damage because he just hasn't been in a position to do it. But he might take the round anyway. Ganondeurf, though, he just needs one more tag, but the guaranteed plus frames of down 4 is going to do it, and Taco is finally got a game on the board. That was a crazy rampage there from Ganondeurf. It was important, I think, that Taco was able to take that momentum away a little bit.
But there's the danger. Like, let's not forget, even though it's amazing that Ganondeurf was able to take those 4 games in a row to bring the set to where it is now, I mean, he's still down 3 games. Taco has to win 2 more. Because Taco had such a really, really good early set, he has given himself a lot of breathing room. So even though Ganondeurf had that incredible series of 4 games in a row, Taco needs half of that just to win the set. And Ganondeurf's going to need to do that again just to tie things up.
I feel like it's going to do one or two things. It's going to make you want to just try and play incredibly well and close out those final 2 games, or it might put you in a situation where you might be a little bit too comfortable. And if you're too comfortable, you may not take it as seriously, whereas your opponent definitely wants to win this game a lot more than you do because they've got more work to do.
Well, they need to. And that's
no
3
punishes.
first 3, no punish on the back 2. Taco, I mean, he's convinced going in for the back 1-2 punish just for the max damage, but you think after 3 times of not getting it, you just start something else. And that was actually a really nice forward one to interrupt there from Taco.
I wonder if these guys play often before, because that was such a confident forward one. It was almost like he was adamant that Ganondeurf was going to go for the meter burn Thunderbolt there. But it's very rare that a Raiden player will actually do that.
Kind of.
But that's one of the first times he's actually gone for that specific move off that specific string. Like, that was the hardest of reads, or these guys are quite familiar with each other.
Well, let's not forget, like we were saying before, Taco has been playing at that kind of like pace, and again just gets hit. Taco again opting just to wake up with, well, nothing it seems, and he's just going to get hit by the ball.
This is looking like a really strong game from Ganondeurf, though. He's in
It
a
looks
great
like Taco is
situation.
okay when he's not cornered. When he gets his back to the corner, he seems to really panic.
He's going to aura up. Hasn't got any bar though, so he's not going to get full combos. Back 3-3 into Shatter, trying to keep things safe. But Ganondeurf getting tagged consistently every time. Does not catch the combo off the Vicinity Blast. I'm fairly certain you can forward 1 that when it's airborne.
I wonder if Taco can get more than just a jump over on prediction of that string though. Oh, doesn't finish it. I actually think Ganondeurf wanted to, but unfortunately wasn't quite able to. NJP, nice read from Ganondeurf. Probably going to take it. Yes, he is. And that's another game for him. Brings it to 8-6. Maybe he's starting another one of these chains of games, I suppose, because let's not forget he has about 4 more to go. So again, he's still got a little bit more work to do, but he is starting to take consistent games. He's not losing and losing and losing and losing and losing and then getting one, and then losing and then getting one. He's actually managing to do it in succession, which is what you need at this point, especially when Taco is like 2 games away.
It's almost like the closer Ganondeurf gets to defeat, the more he turns it up and realizes, you know what? I can't drop this combo, I can't drop this setup, I can't drop this conversion. The second I land this hit, I need to make it count because this might be the only time I ever get it. And he is starting to actually seize the opportunities. He's had the exact same level of opportunities the entire set to get damage and to get games. It's just that now he is starting to really embrace these opportunities and he's running away with them rather than dropping them, which we saw earlier on. Taco though, looking really good. Sitting on 1 bar of meter versus Ganondeurf's 3. Thunder God with 3 bars of meter. It's not necessarily for the offensive tool, it's for that Vicinity Blast. However, he's going to opt to keep the bar. I was about to say, he might have tried to break that, which would have been a really bad way to get hit by an Ice Ball, losing 2 bars, but I think he's confident he can win without it.
Maybe, I mean, Taco, he gets the aura up and he spends it just as fast as he puts it on. There's that down 3, stops Taco dead in his tracks. Doesn't let him get away with the back 2, but Ganondeurf says 3 bars. I mean, because we saw Taco throw that lantern at the end, did use half his stamina, so wasn't able to break for most of that. And that trade is actually really good for Taco, as not only did he get 6% damage, but he managed to get a bar out of Ganondeurf.
Oh, the Vicinity Blast is going to be good. He catches him afterwards, but the jump kick is not going to be sufficient damage. He's not going to chip out, but the low profiling slide is going to be good. And that's actually a really smart slide though, because I mean it's Raiden, right? The no mid life versus the low slide.
It was going to kill on hit, chip on block, and hit low profiles. Like there was not a lot of options that Ganondeurf had there, and even if he made it whiff, I assume Taco would have been safe. Wake up forward jump, and it works. Ganondeurf, and he jumps into an ice ball. Taco's gone back to just being 1 step ahead. Hard knockdown. Oh wow, unfortunately the aura runs off just in case, confirms into the launcher to get bigger damage. Nice 31% into the aura setup, get some blocking.
Nice amount of pushback. Now I reckon if that was normally...
I would really like to see Taco go for more throws in these situations though.
I think so. I think normally in those situations, actually if it went for regular Shatter, the downfall would have got whiff punished by the NJP, but it really is the increased pushback when the Shatter has the aura on it. That's what's letting him get away from not being whiff punished. No bar to hit confirm. That actually would have been the game if he was able to hit confirm that into meter burn instead, but regular, he has given Ganondeurf space to breathe. 1 more hit might do it.
And there's the reaction, meter burn slide. Taco again, ready, always ready. I just get a feeling he's kind of just constantly buffering that at ranges where he's quite safe, but is looking for something that Ganondeurf is going to do. Because if he throws a projectile, if he goes for Superman, if he goes for NJP, then slide is waiting to punish that. I mean, maybe not Superman. I think you've got to be some kind of god to react to Superman from mid-screen. But
we should
you know what I'm saying.
We should definitely bring attention to the fact that the parry, the Unbreakable parry, was being used a ton earlier, and it was working a lot. Now, the difference is, throughout this set, Ganondeurf has started going for less grounded options, a lot more neutral jumps on prediction, and throughout the later part of the set, the neutral jump has been good against the parry quite often. So I feel like Taco is a little bit more deterred for going to that option because it's risk versus reward. And because Ganondeurf is spending so much more of the game in the air and he's checking in with those neutral jump punches, it's just too risky. One parry into a neutral jump punch into corner pressure into losing the game, it's just not worth it.
Well, especially if you're against an opponent that isn't likely to fall for it. And that's a really good trade for Taco to get the
full combo as well. Full combo as well. Here comes the corner pressure.
I mean, like in that situation, right? Like, if Taco was to parry in a counter poke, he's basically just given Ganondeurf not only a full combo, but corner positioning. When we've seen so consistently that Taco is just losing rounds rapidly by being cornered, why give your opponent the opportunity to get a free combo on you?
Now Taco finds himself 1 round away from winning this set. He's going to spend the bar because I think if he can at least guarantee this round, he's going to give himself half the work in this match if he wants to do it. He has the comfort zone now of he's got to win 1 more half game, and that's going to be it. Ganondeurf definitely with a lot more work to do, having to win 4. It's going to be tricky, but he can definitely pull it off. We've seen Ganondeurf just pull off the rampage earlier in this set, taking game after game after game. He just needs to do it again.
That was
getting harder and harder.
Wonderful wake-up slide from Taco. And again, we see him neutral jumping into the ice balls. Hasn't got the stamina, goes for the slide anyway. Gets the aura and another slide. Again, the damage is chipping away, adding up. And Taco gets another back 2, another back 2. Hard knockdown into parry setup. This could be 1 more touch to kill. Goes to Vicinity Blast, blocks the back 2, doesn't punish it though. Is Taco going to be able to get the last hit he needs?
That was incredibly crucial. He's going to block low because he knows Taco's going to look for it. He's going to low profile with the down 4. Ganondeurf, he may still be able to pull this back, but 1 more hit's going to take him out of the set.
No, we're punished. Taco wasn't ready that time. Ganondeurf has to be so careful. Oh! Blocks the ice ball, keeps himself in. He's looking for that down 3, and there's the back 2. What a perfect way to finish this set with a smash of a back 2.
I think that's an appropriate way to end the set.
I think that's about right.
Catching the neutral jump punch, I think, with the back 2 is probably one of the best.
The back 2 is just such a satisfying normal to see. Like, it's just Sub-Zero just puts all the force in his entire being into this one arm, and he just mallets it down to the ground.
I think, as a certain German might say, overhead every time.
It is
every time. Overhead.
Well, GG's guys. Thank you, Taco and Ganondeurf, for playing this set today. Thank you watching live on Twitch right now. Thank you if you're watching it on YouTube later. We do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We have some equipment changing around to do for future sets. So we're quite looking forward to seeing if we can improve the quality of these as we go along. We'll quickly say now, we are going to be away at iSeries, which is a LAN in the UK, next week, and that will last from next Thursday until the Monday after. So next week there will be no First to 10 and no Community Cup. So this week, hopefully you guys can enjoy it and last a couple of weeks. We'll see what we can do. Obviously bring you content through the week, but let's quickly break that down. What exactly happened?
So in the set, I think it was really interesting. Taco was definitely off to a fantastic start, and it was just good Unbreakable. You know, just good, solid, traditional post-patch Unbreakable. Taco is one of the only people that is still really repping the variation, even with the buffs. It's just Grandmaster is still such a strong variation. And I think it was because although Sub-Zero across the board was buffed and therefore made Cryomancer Unbreakable a lot more relevant, it has still, because Grandmaster actually received no nerfs, as it were, Grandmaster's still the most solid variation of all of them. So a lot of people tend to go for that. But if you do take the time to pick other variations, each variation does actually have a place in the game, Unbreakable being one of them. And I think I'm really glad to that Taco, who is such a good Sub-Zero loyalist and has been since the beginning of competitive MK with Mortal Kombat 9, he played Sub-Zero throughout the entirety of MKX. He made Season 1 finals, he made Season 2 finals. The only reason he potentially wasn't at Season 3 finals was because real life got in the way and the guy got married and therefore had to go on his honeymoon a week before the finals. And that was why he was unable to enter Season 3. I would like to have seen him. I think I would like to see Taco use this Unbreakable at more tournaments because clearly this guy is a serious Unbreakable player.
Well, I do believe that is us done for the week. Well, unfortunately, guys, even though we normally stream for a little bit longer after the first 10 is finished. We're actually going to be calling this one a lot shorter. We're actually going to stop the stream now because Capcom Cup is on. I know most of you guys might not follow Street Fighter, but we do. We have been following Problem X Reinhardt for a while. We've been friends with them for a number of years, and we're basically going by the logic today of if they can dedicate a year of their lives to qualifying for the Capcom Cup, we can dedicate an evening to watch them and support them, you know what I mean? So we're going to cut the stream off now for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to watch Capcom Cup and root for our UK boys. We'll see you guys tomorrow, I believe. We're going to be doing something, and if not, at the very least, definitely Sunday for the Community Cup. Really looking forward to that. But thank you for watching, guys. Thank you, Taco and Ganondeurf, for playing, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye.